Peter Parker here with another TV review. Today I'm going to review Smallville Season 3. Season 3 picks up relatively 3 months after Season 2, with Clark riding off on his bike and the ship blowing up, and I forgot what else happened actually. But yeah, Clark's on Kryptonite, he's in Metropolis, and basically he's doing whatever he wants because he's freaking Superman. So he's robbing banks, going to nightclubs, getting with chicks, all that stuff. And in this series, you get introduced to Jor-El in Season 2, so that whole arc with Clark and his origins started up earlier on in the series. And so right away we see this is rivalry between Jonathan Kent and Jor-El, or the voice of Jor-El, by Terrence Stamp, by the way, the guy who played the original Zod in Superman 2, and the first one. So yeah, Jonathan Kent makes a deal with Jor-El and gets temporary powers, but the powers eventually become too much for his body. Eventually ends up killing him. So Jonathan goes with his newfound powers. By another episode, he goes to Metropolis to get Clark back. They fight, leads into another episode. Honestly, I figured that should have been the finale of Season 2. To think about it, but so they fight. Eventually Clark gets the ring off. Well, it shatters. But so now there's always another red kryptonite ring hanging around, right? Because still a red kryptonite somehow in like Season 8 and stuff. It's still popping up somewhere. It's one of those annoying arcs that was cool at first, but then just got a little out of hand. Just like a lot of stuff. So this season is mostly about, everyone's dark side coming out, or starting to come out. Mostly Clark and Lex. I'm not sure about anyone else. I don't really care about anyone else. Those two are the main characters. Superman and Lex Luthor. So this is a good season. The Clark and Lana thing, that stupid roller coaster relationship, continues to spiral, and eventually we get introduced to some new characters. Temporary, unfortunately, but enough to put something of a wood between Clark and Lana, not temporarily. Some good episodes, actually. Not my favorite season at all. Actually, the first season might be my favorite, actually. There's one episode called Whisper, episode 10, when they tease Clark wearing his glasses and stuff, which never happens again for some reason. Because I don't know, because Clark doesn't wear glasses or something. What the hell was that about? He gets blinded by an accident involving kryptonite, of course. What else could blind Superman but the stupid green rocks? And he has to use a super hearing to save Pete. Not the Pete from Man of Steel, the Pete from the show. I'm sure you know the difference by now. I hated that Pete Ross in the movie, by the way. Man of Steel. I hated Pete Ross in that movie. Just FYI, I probably would let him drown. Someone calls me names like that, and I have the power to save him. That's not gonna happen. So, once again we see Clark being the goody-good that he is. Eventually he just shrugs off the red kryptonite, the ring shatters and goes back to being his usual boring self. Honestly, I would prefer red kryptonite, but that's just me. If I had that kind of abilities, I would have wasted my time in school. And Lex also gets some development in this season. Michael Rosenbaum is absolutely brilliant as Lex Luthor. I mean, if we're going to pick anyone to be Lex Luthor in this new Man of Steel series, it just gotta be him. I would pick him, that's for sure. No one else can really fill the role, in my opinion. Kevin Spacey was horrible. Gene Hackman was the original, so of course he's good, but the whole real estate bullcrap was really stupid after a while. for 1970 it was fine, but to have that crap 30 years later, Superman freaking returns, it's retarded. Straight up retarded. So yeah. And Chloe continues to pine after Clark. What a surprise. But that goes nowhere. No surprise there. Now towards the end of the season, we get introduced to Kara Kent, aka Supergirl, or at least some form of Supergirl. She appears on Clark's doorstep, butt-ass naked. Tells him she's his cousin. He invites her with open arms. Hey, I'm not complaining. As you can clearly see. And that's the main summary of this season. We get introduced to characters like Morgan Edge. He's a mob boss type character. We see him a little bit in Metropolis. Next season we get introduced to Lois Lane. Although they don't really do anything with her in the first couple of seasons we see her, because they're still with that annoying Lana Clark crap going on. It's like Dawson's Creek all over again. Not the good parts, unfortunately. Yeah, well, this is not my favorite season. I'm a collector, and I watched the show from the beginning, so yeah, naturally I'm gonna buy it, of course. So in my collection I got seasons 1 through 9. Season 10 was horrible, so yeah, don't expect any reviews of that season. I have some episodes on iTunes in my iTunes account, but maybe I'll review those whenever I get to season 10. But don't get your hopes up when that happening.